Welcome to our continuing series, Interviews with Disciples and Devotees. Once again, we have with us Shyam Kumari.
These two stories are like two gems. There was a doctor in Andhra Pradesh, Kadapa district. His name was Lakshmi Narsaya. He and one of his friends had made a rule that they will come to Pondicherry for every darshan, come what may. So that's how they used to come. One day before darshan, I don't remember which darshan, a patient from a village came to doctor. He was in great pain. His urine had stopped passing and he was in a terrible condition, and the doctor had to operate upon him. He operated upon him. But in the morning he had to leave for Pondicherry. That would be 36 hours coming and going. So he was very concerned about his patient, but he was not going to break his rule. So he told his assistant, compounder, that if this happens, give him this, if it happens, give him this, but don't tell him that I am not here. And day after tomorrow morning, I will be back. So next evening, his urine suddenly stopped and he had unbearable pain. So the compounder and the assistant, they did whatsoever doctor has told them to do, Dr. Lakshmi Narasaya, but nothing gave him relief. Doctor had told them strictly, don't let him know I am not here. Just tell I have gone out on a call or something. But ultimately he became so desperate, he got no relief. And he was writhing in pain. And he said, why don't you call the doctor? Ultimately they had to tell him that he has gone to Pondicherry for his Guru's darshan. Then there was nothing they could do. And after some time they went to do some their jobs. And the patient was so heartbroken. More than the pain, his suffering was that this doctor has betrayed me. I trusted him, came all alone, gave myself in his hands, and he has abandoned me. So he was weeping with his face turned to the wall. Then a man came and asked him, why are you weeping? He said, look at this doctor, I trusted him so much, I came here and now he has left me and I am in so much pain. And the man said, oh, this is nothing, it will just pass. He caught hold of both of his toes and shook him gently. And the urine passed and man felt great relief at once. And he slept. Next morning, doctor came back and he was praying all the time to the mother. Mother, please look after my patient. He was fully responsible man. So when he reached, he saw the patient was all right and he was cheerful. Then he asked, how did you pass the time? Then he told him, the doctor, yesterday this happened and I was in great agony and your compounder and assistant gave me many medicines, tried to help me, nothing helped. And when they told me that you have left, more than the pain, your behavior hurt me. And I was weeping, then one of your men came and he just shook my toes and the urine passed and the pain went away. You call him, I want to thank him. So the doctor called his compounder, his assistant, then even his gardener, his servant, 4 or 5 people. The man said, no, he is none of these. He was a slight darkish man, and he has taken the pallu of his dhoti and put it on his shoulder. He had covered his shoulder with the pallu of his dhoti. Now Dr. Lakshmi Narsaya had some inkling. So he brought out the photos of Sri Aurobindo youth, the one he has put his dhoti. And the man said, yes, it was he who came. Please call him. I want to thank him. Then Dr. Lakshmi Narsaya started weeping. He said, it is for his darshan I went. He is not on the earth. How can I call him? Then the man said, please give me his photograph. I will worship him. The same thing happened to the friend. I told you in the beginning there were two friends. Both of them had decided, taken this vow, to go to Pondicherry for every darshan. So once, just before the darshan, this man was a widower. His wife had died and his daughter was married. In daughter's family, there was a tradition that the first child is born at the parental place of the mother. The first delivery must take place. So his son-in-law had brought his wife and left her with her father. Now this woman had jaundice. And pregnancy, jaundice is something very dangerous for both mother and child. And now her father was in a quandary. He had no close friends or anybody. How to leave her alone? So he went to consult Dr. Narsaya. Dr. Narsaya said, see, this is the decision only you can take. How can I advise you to come with me or not to come? So this man debated whole of the night, and then he got everything the daughter might need, fruits, milk, and told her, see, I must go for my Guru's darshan. I have taken this vow and everything is here. After 36 hours I will be back with you. Somehow pass this time. And he went running and the bus was just about to start when he caught it. And came here. Naturally, they were both praying all the time to the mother for the girl's welfare. Then, when he came back after 36 hours, after 2 nights, he saw his daughter had taken a bath and was moving around the house. He was so surprised because he had left her bedridden. Then he said, how is it? You are looking so well. You have taken a bath. She said, yes, Father, when you went away, I was so afraid what will happen. How will I pass these 2 nights without you? And I turned my face to the wall and I was weeping. Then a European lady came. She had a ribbon here. She had tied a ribbon here. And she came to me and she asked, why are you weeping? Then I told her that, see, I am so ill, I have jaundice, and Father has left me. How will I pass this time? Then the lady told me, nothing will happen. She petted me, loved me, and said, you will be all right. Your child will be born healthy and nothing will happen. So I found myself filled with energy and I took my bath and prepared food, etc., etc. Then after he came back, next day his son-in-law came back. And he said, Father, I don't believe in these stupid traditions because you have nobody to look after her. In my house, my mother's sister, everyone is there. Her mother had died, so they will look after her. I am taking her back. and he took her back and she delivered a healthy child. Then when his father, no, I went forward. So his father took out several photographs of the mother and showed her, and she chose one in which mother is wearing that. She came to. It's unbelievable. So that one ashram devotee, a lady with her daughter, she was coming back from Bombay via Western Ghats by a short route. The bus took a short route and the stretch was so narrow that you could not back anywhere. You had to go at least 500 meters back the vehicle, then only you would find a space. It was night, everyone was dozing in the bus, and this lady and her 8-9-year-old daughter, they were also almost asleep. Suddenly, the bus was stopped, and the driver saw that dacoits had blocked the road with trees, and one bus before them, they were beating them with crowbars. By that time, he stopped. Two scooters came, one from this side, one from this side, and the dacoits attacked them. So there might be 4 or 5, so some were engaged with the bus passengers and two attacked these. And this driver, with great presence of mind, first the daughter, when they woke up and saw dacoits, pitch dark, and cries of those who were being attacked, the child clung to her mother, Mama, what will happen? What will happen? And Mama said, nothing will happen. I have mother's blessings with me. I have mother's blessings. And because they at once attacked those two scooter riders, this driver had, by mother's grace, he started inch by inch backing his bus. And he backed for several hundred meters. The road was so narrow. And then he found a place to turn. And on the way they stopped all those who were coming, his scooters, car. And then he phoned his head office and they said, you take the longer route. So by the time in the morning, this lady reached her destination in Bangalore, newspapers were full of headlines, dacoity, killed so many, and they were saved fully because they had the blessings packet.
You have one more story you can share? One more story?
One more story. Let us stop with humor. Humor. So, Krishna Mausi was given a house, there was no toilet or bathroom. We have talked of Krishna Mausi just now, na? Her purse fell down.
Yes.
So I am telling a funny story about her. Mother's ways were very humorous also. So she had in this same house the landlord lived and they had a common toilet. So one night Krishna Mausi came out to go to toilet and the man also came out. And his intentions were not
Honorary.
So anyway, she went back to her room and next day she told the mother, so mother, you must change my house. So mother said, all right, go and gherav Amrita's office. block his doorway so that he changes your room at once. So she went and sat in the doorway, and Amrita had to change her room that very day. This is how mother treated her children.